Hi, I'm Lorianne, and in this video we are going to talk about the different tips and strategies that you can do starting from the night before your first sub job. Clothing. Keep your clothing business casual. You are trying to make a really good impression, and you do not want to be wearing jeans or holes or rips in your pants. You want to keep everything business looking. Even if you know that the teachers in that school are wearing jeans and cutoffs and leggings, I would just stay clear of that. Don't wear leggings. A few years back when I was substitute teaching, I pretty much lived in I had 3 items. I had navy blue dress pants, dark gray dress pants, and a skirt. And I did pretty much, I wore one of the 3. Guys, nice shirt. If you want to have an interesting something to be remembered by, I'd wear a tie. I mean, I wouldn't, but you should. I remember a couple of years back, actually maybe 10 years ago, there was a substitute teacher that would come into our school, and he wore ties, and sometimes it'd have cats or whatever on them, and the kids loved them, and he was totally remembered because of those ties. So if you want a positive thing to be remembered for, guys, go for ties. Tops, I'd stay away from spaghetti straps, low cut. Keep it casual. These I got these at store, and I bought a few of them in just different colors, and these are easy, and they don't have, you can't quite tell, they don't have a low cut or anything like that on them. But yeah, stay away from spaghetti straps. Shoes, no open toe shoes, no sandals, no big heels, girls, because first of all, it's a safe and healthy issue. Safe health and safety. Who knows? It's actually an issue. So just wear a pair of loafers or closed-toed, low-heel shoes. Guys, yeah, no open toes, no sandals. Many schools have scent-free zones, so no perfume, no cologne, nothing smelling. So you don't want to get people asking you to leave because you smell. So yeah, shower the day before too, or shower the morning of, but okay, keep it clean and conservative. Tip number 2, lunches. Try and get your lunch prepared as much as possible the night before. What I do is I put the things that don't require refrigeration in my bag. I've got apple in here, granola bar, a little bit of chocolate for the end of the day. And then what I do is the dinner of the night before is I will double it up and put half of it in a microwave container, and then and I'll reach into the freezer and grab an ice pack, and then all of that will go into the fridge. And then what I do is in the morning, just grab it, throw it in my tote, and I can go out the door. One of the reasons you want to be putting a couple easy things in your lunches is because you don't know whether you're going to be on supervision or duty your day. Sometimes you'll get bogged down in various work-related or student-related things, and so sometimes you just need things that you can quickly get up and go, and that works really well as a teacher. Is things happen. Okay, number 3 is your stuff. Okay. Get yourself a tote bag or backpack or something that's easy to carry around. I have all my stuff in here, and I have it all in there ready to go again, so that in the morning it's by the door. I just grab it. Inside I'll have my lunch. I will have a file folder, and in the file folder what I do is I put coloring pages. I will put brain teaser type things. Try and do this as cheaply as you can initially. You'll start to figure out what you need as you do more and more days. I also have a see that? Teacher on call feedback form that I will leave, and I'll talk about that in another video, and that's available. It's a freebie in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. But anyways, I have that. So I have a folder. I have, I don't want to go into the teacher's desk, and I'll talk about that in the next video, but what I'll do is I have a little container of stickers. There's a calculator in here, there's tissue in here, there's highlighters in here, flashcards, because I work mainly with primary, post-it notes. So there's things that are in here that, so I don't have to go into the teacher's desk for anything. I have a couple pointers. Again, I'm always looking for little things that the kids will remember me by. This one makes noise when you tap things. And then I'll have some picture books, and I can do a whole video on just picture books. But try to, if you're gonna bring some picture books, bring some books that might not be well known, because teachers don't like it when you read a really brand new book and they were planning on reading it to the kids themselves. So two picture books that I like to read to the kids, and you don't see them very often, are Dogzilla and Cat Kong. These are written by Dave Pilkey, and for those of you who don't know the name, Dave Pilkey wrote the whole Captain Underpants series, and I think he also wrote Dogman, I think. I have to check that. Anyways, these are really fun picture books. The kids love them because they have real pictures of his own animals in them. So, you know, his mice, I don't know if they're still alive, but so the pictures are all, and like I said, the kids love them. There's a lot of adult jokes in them, so you may find you giggle along with these, but a lot of teachers don't know these books, and so they're a safe bet for me to read them to the kids. They're not inappropriate, so the humor is quite funny and clean. But I look for picture books that I think that the kids would enjoy. Again, right now I've got primary books in my tote because I'm going to be in a grade 1-2 class in a couple days. So Spy Guy. Some of these I found in in Scholastic. Board books, old Dr. Seuss. Again, I think I got that at a bookstore years ago. I've had it. This book I think I've had over 15 years. So just some little books. If you don't have any books, then see if you can get access to the library. Go to the public library. Yeah, I forgot about that. Again, try and find some things that are age appropriate, clean, maybe funny, nice, have a good moral theme, but have those available in your book tote. Okay, that's number 3? Okay, so you've gotten all this stuff done the night before. It is now the morning of. Depending on where you live in conjunction to the school, I don't know what your school district does, but in our school district, the TOC, or the substitute teacher, gets paid to be at the school 15 minutes before school starts. Now, that is just not enough time. And the subs that do that, they come in looking a little bit frazzled and harried. And so my personal goal, and it would be something I would recommend, is 30 to 40 minutes. And you may not agree with that, and that's fine. But this is about being prepared, and you do not know what that room is going to look like when you walk in the door. So I would rather be there a bit early and ready to go when that first bell rings than scrambling around and looking for things. I don't want to be doing that. So the first thing I do in the morning, if I'm going to commute like I did the last 3 years, I always check the traffic report. I don't want to be, sitting in traffic trying to get there, which is another reason why you leave early, because you just don't know. Okay? When you get to the school, you sign in. They'll have a little binder or something for teachers on call. You go find that class and you locate that day plan. If that teacher is organized. It'll be sitting probably right in front on top of their desk. I had a teacher one time had it on a table. Like, this one wasn't the first place I looked, but anyways, it was, look for that day plan, because if there is no day plan, you've got to really move on what you're going to do. There's a whole bunch of scrambling, and we'll talk about that in another video. But knowing this classroom that I'm going to in a couple days, I've already been told that there's a day plan for Friday, because they're actually, the teacher's away all this week. I'm just going in that day. Read through it thoroughly, like read it all. Don't scan it, because there's sometimes these particular notes. Sometimes they'll look to see, they'll let you know if there is a duty, if you have a supervision or duty to do that day. They'll sometimes give you heads up on kids that just, watch this kid, don't let them do that and whatever. After I've read it, I put my name in big letters on the whiteboard. And if the school or the teacher has a guest teacher binder or a substitute teacher binder, then I will look at it. So I sort of look at the day plan first. I put my name and date on, sometimes on, if it's not on the board, and then I look at the teacher binder. And what I do is, again, depending on time, I will look for resources. I'll look at what the kids are doing in math. I'll look for what the kids are doing in science and social studies. And sometimes student work is going to be in their desk, and sometimes student work is on a shelf in a bucket or a magazine holder or something like that. I start looking around the room, and I'm familiarizing myself with where things are. Again, if you're coming in at 15 minutes, you are not going to have time for any of this. So get there early. If you are teaching older grades, find out what the rule is on devices, whether kids are allowed to come in with iPods or phones or whatever, and in their earbuds or whatever. Find out about that. If you've got time, go next door and introduce yourself to the teacher that's there. Let them know. They may not even know you're coming in, so that might be news to them. I do that for two reasons. One, I've got a name, and if I have any trouble, I feel very comfortable going next door. Because a lot of times a teacher will say, listen, if you need any help, come get me. I just got that invitation, I might use it. The other thing is, now they know my name, and if I want future sub work, they've got my name too. So I do it for different reasons, but the bigger one is to let them know that I'm in here, and if I need any help, can I come go bother them? And 99% of the time, a teacher will say, absolutely, come bug me. Okay? At this point, if you have time, get yourself a glass of water, or they may say, help yourself to the coffee maker or whatever, then get it. Also find out whether or not you need to go get the kids. Sometimes students will line up not outside your door, but outside an outside door, and you got to go get them. You may not know that they were there. I had a teacher was sitting in my room, a substitute teacher sat in my room, even though I wrote in my plan, the kids are outside at this door. They didn't read it. So those kids stood out there until somebody kind of came into the room and said, do you know your kids are waiting out there, and off they went. Anyways, it was fine. It was fine. So find out where you got to pick up the kids, or whether they're just coming running in, and then stand at that door and smile and be ready for the day. So that wraps up this video. If you have any comments or questions, please write them down below. Video 2 is going to be coming, and it will be about the actual day. Okay? So for those of you who are subbing for your first time, you will be great. You will do this. It is no problem. It's not easy, but it can be a lot of fun. All right? So have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.